Order. I have received a letter from Honourable Annette King seeking to... Order. Order. I've received a letter from the Honourable Annette King seeking to debate under Standing Order 389 the announcement of the special bonds pilots. This is a particular case of recent occurrence involving ministerial responsibility. The social bond was announced as part of the 2015-16 budget. The House is this week debating the budget, and the departmental estimates are currently before Select Committee for examination. The budget debate will provide the opportunity to discuss the social bond today, and the estimates examination will provide the opportunity to consider it in detail and to debate further when Select Committee's reports on the estimates are considered in the Committee of the Whole House. On this basis, the matter raised does not meet the test for me to set aside the business of the House today. The application is therefore declined. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.
Appropriation 2015-16 Estimates Bill, interrupted debate on second reading and the amendment proposed thereto.
When this was last before the House, Jackie Dean was speaking. She has 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Jackie Dean.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And when I was making my first contribution to this budget speech, obviously going down a treat this afternoon, everybody's leaving, but never mind. When I made my first contribution on Thursday, I was talking about the contribution of Minister Amy Adams into a world-class broadband network, which so far we have invested as a government $1.5 billion into and enabling economic development in the regions. And I focused my contribution on regional development at that time and noted that in this budget an extra $360 million has been set aside to deliver on government's promise for high-speed broadband and rural broadband, and I was particularly noticing the impact on education sector, on hospitals, but also on the economies of the of the regions, and in particular for the lower half of the South Island. It is generally around agriculture, it's around IT, but it's also around education. I want to turn to that because I was very interested and very proud to hear Minister of Education Hekia Parata explaining to the House that this is the government that has invested more in education year on year than any government previously. And I was also very pleased and proud to hear the Minister talking about to date this year, this government has invested $10.8 billion in education. Now that includes $10.8 billion in education. That is investing in our future. That is investing in our young people right from early childhood education. And of course, budget also made some announcements around early childhood education for our youngest New Zealanders. And where is the benefit going to lie? Well, again, because I'm so focused on the regions and the health of the regions, of course we're going to see the benefit of that in the lower part of the South Island. We're going to see our young citizens going through an excellent school system, enhanced absolutely by rural broadband. Now, I can even go as far as talking about my own hometown, which is 100% wired up for broadband, as are a number of towns around New Zealand. Oh, I have named this town, I'll happily do so again. It's called Oamaru. It's the coolest little town. It is the coolest little town or sharpest town. But what it means for it is that the schools, the hospital, the businesses all around the region, and I would also talk about Wanaka, which is another town which came 5th in the Gigatown competition, which is a hub for business startup. So small businesses are now being attracted out of the cities, and so business people are being attracted out of Dunedin. I know of people coming down from Auckland. There is a trend southward from Auckland into places like Wanaka. Why? Because they are innovative, they have wonderful infrastructure that includes broadband, but most particularly, Mr. Speaker, I am so proud of this government's investment in education. Thank you.